It's time for Paris Tiger Sports on the Paris Sports Network. Brought to you by Cornerstone Building Brands, Stewart and Carroll Funeral Home, Seed Solutions with Chip and Bethany Keys, Longview Bank and Trust, Moody Farms, State Farm Agent Terry Elliston, Illini FS, Savoya's Pizza, Edgar County Community Foundation, Country Financial Agents Jim Blue and Mark Gladding, Lake Ridge Christian Church, Ingram's Waste Disposal, The Skating Rink with CJ and Mary Jo Becker, North American Lighting, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Templeton Funeral Home, and White Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning. And our affiliate sponsors, Steve and Lynn Young, Mary Lou Pine Family, Paul and Kathy Porter, Winans Farms Mark and Holly Winans, Tom and Marnita Stuck, Jim and Kay Taylor, and Step Farms and Excavation.
Good evening. Welcome to Paris High School. We are here at the NAL North American Lighting Thanksgiving Tournament to get this girls basketball season started for the 23-24 school year. I'm Clay Bess alongside Lenny Irwin this evening for game number 1 on the docket for your Tigers. And they'll get set to face off against Danville. Danville a bit delayed getting here this evening. Some transportation confusion up north, but they've made it here, and we're just 20 minutes behind as teams head to their benches, and we'll get started here for this brand new season. Lenny, there's a couple different ways of being excited as a fan. A lot of people are excited when you bring back a veteran group that's been through it and had a lot of success. You can also be excited about a team like this for the Tigers. It doesn't return a ton, if anything, from last year's team. You have Gracie Watson will be out there. Taylor Clark started to contribute down the stretch last year for the Tigers, but other than that, not a lot of experience in white.
Not too much this year. So a lot of new faces, a lot of young faces, a lot of freshmen on his roster this year. So it might be a learning experience for Coach Dave Tingley.
Fortunately for Paris, this beginning of the season tournament lines up well for them. Going to face a lot of other teams that lack experience and lack success at the varsity level. This Danville squad coming off an 0-22 season a year ago. They averaged 20.4 points per game in those 22 contests, and maybe the only player to keep an eye on if you're the Tiger defense is Amara McFarland. She'll wear 13 in maroon. She'll be starting along with Sophie Foley, Anna Haupt. That name might sound familiar if you're familiar with Danville basketball. Layla Johnson also in the starting lineup, along with Gabriela Huerta for the Vikings.
Junior number 33, Gracie Watson. And senior number 1.
Okay, and now they're doing the Lady Tigers. And like you said, Clay, it's going to be a lot of unexperienced girls. Returning, though, as a senior, starting at a guard will be number 12. Number 1, Vivian Moore. Also starting with a little experience will be number 11. She'll be a junior, Taylor Clark. Starting probably down low, I'm guessing, 32, a sophomore, Bella Moreski. 33, Gracie Watson. She's a junior. She'll be starting probably at a forward, I'm guessing, but she shoots a lot of threes. And it looks like number 1, Vivian Moore, is going to jump center, so that's a little different. And the final starter will be number 13, just a freshman, Kaylee Young.
Moore at midcourt with Foley of Danville. Ball is knocked out of bounds, and it will be Danville ball to start with. 3 seconds ran off the clock. Vikings will have the first possession of the game. Halp inbounds, and McFarland has the ball in her hand. I assume we'll see a lot of this. Vivian Moore playing defense for the Tigers. Moore's defense has really stepped up. Heard about that all summer. Here's a steal for Moore, and the layup is good. Right off the bat, Vivian Moore gets going.
Yep, forced a turnover and went the other way with it.
Vivian's had the task of guarding the other team's best player throughout the last few months. This Paris team defeated Robinson. Robinson was a team that was really good last year, have a few very athletic girls. Moore was guarding one of the twins for the Maroons and played well enough and led the Tigers to victory in that contest. Danville worked it around for a bit, but then it was stolen away by Watson on the poor pass. Here's Gracie. Right-handed dribble, picks it up, gives it back to Moore. Vivian will set things up. Here's a three on the way. Far side, Kaylee Young, no good, just short. Rebound knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Bella Moreski. Tigers wearing a new set of white uniforms. Paris above the numbers on the front, Tigers below. Numbers in black with orange trim. Black belt line and black trim at the bottom of the shorts. McFarland drove in, made a one-handed pass, and her teammate unable to hang on to it. That was Huerta, turnover Vikings.
They've had the ball 3 times and turned it over 3 times, so.
Young brings it up, crosses half court, maybe got away with double dribble, travel, something. We'll keep on playing. A shot from Clark, no good. Rebound is pulled down by Moreski, who's fouled.
Number 4, Anna Hout picks up the personal, her first, team's first.
Hout's sister, a star here at Danville. Went on to play at Mercer, transferred to San Diego State. She's out this year for the Aztecs with a torn ACL, I think it is. Now the younger Haupt on the court for the Vikings. Here's a Clark pull-up. Shot it high over the defender and dropped it straight through. It's 4-0 Tigers. McFarland across half court. Moore poked it loose. McFarland keeps her dribble. Moore all over her. McFarland nowhere to go. Count is on, and she pushes off of Moore, but Vivian will pick up a foul.
Yeah, Vivian will pick up the blocking foul. That'll be her first. Team's first.
Tigers with 1 foul, as are the Vikings. New foul rules in effect, at least for this tournament. Unconfirmed if this will be a season-long foul situation or not, but keep an eye on that. Remember this, it'll be a double bonus on the 5th foul of each quarter. At the end of each quarter, those foul totals will reset. It's a rule that the women's college game adopted a year or 2 ago. Gone over well enough that the high school has started to adopt it. Here's Halp, a 3 from the lefty in the corner. No good. Rebounded by Moreski. Passes up ahead. Moore has Young, unable to get it to her. Now gets into the lane. Up against 3 Vikings. Had it knocked loose as she went up for the layup. It'll stay with the Tigers.
Looks like Clark's going to inbounds on this one.
Caught by Watson, up with the left hand, off the glass for 2. Might see a few new inbound plays for the Tigers this year. A season ago, over the last couple of years, it's just been a lob into the lane for Kendra Young, who's tried to score from a few feet away. Young graduated, and the Tigers will have to graduate from that inbound play. Here's a steal from Kaylee Young, coast to coast. No good on the layup, but she'll head to the line for 2 free throws.
50 picks up the personal. That'll be Sophie Foley. That'll be her first. Team second.
Free throw from Kaylee Young is good. She has her first varsity point. Young, a multi-sport athlete in her first year of high school, makes the second as well, and it's 8-0 Tigers. McFarland across half court. Moore waited at the volleyball line. Picks up, reaches a couple times, unable to swat it away. McFarland still dribbling with it. Bounce pass, barely got through to her target and Haupt. Haupt dribbles to the left wing, picks up her dribble, spun around. Pass was deflected by Moreski into the hands of McFarland. McFarland had at the top of the key, then had to poke loose. Probably should have taken the shot there as Moore's hands are just too quick. Knocked it loose on the deck. She gets fouled, but passes it up ahead to Young.
Travel.
And they'll call it travel before she gets her shot away.
I think she wanted a pass, and then she seen she wasn't open. And
Kylie Edwards will replace Vivian Moore. Halfway through this first quarter, Edwards will be tasked with guarding McFarland. McFarland to the right wing. Guarded by Edwards. Passes up top. And drifts to the corner. Bell dribbled with it and was fouled.
Kayla Young picks up her first personal.
Substitution number 24, J.C. Young. Danville substitution number 15, Dasani Lewis.
J.C. Young checks in for the Tigers. She'll replace Taylor Clark. Two freshmen on the court for Paris. Air ball fired up by McFarland. Young had position on the box out and worked to gain possession for the Tigers. Always tough to rebound on those air balls.
It is, because you don't know where it's going. You expect it to hit the backboard or rim or something, and when it doesn't, everybody's out of position.
Okay, they did a good job of staying in front there. They made a good cut on the offensive end. She has it now on the right wing. Got it from J.C. Young. Pass out top Watson. Left side Edwards. Bounce pass. Here's Young. Working down lows Moreski. J.C. Young had it poked loose and told it away. Danville is going to be called for a walk. She stood up with it before passing it to a teammate.
So back-to-back turnovers for both teams.
Watson will inbound far side. Looks into the backcourt and finds Edwards. Edwards directs traffic, gives to Watson. Gracie yet to see a clean look. She'll dribble with the left hand. Gets a step in the lane, now drives down the left side of the lane and finishes. That's 4 points for Gracie. Good to see her able to convert around the rim when she doesn't have those clean looks from outside. Bell gets into the lane, floats one up, no good, won't go. Another chance, but it is tied up by Kaylee Young. It'll be Tiger ball. And a couple of subs for Paris, one for Danville.
Looks like Clark and Vivian Moore check back in for the Lady Tigers.
Ashanti Conaway in for Danville. Conaway, the younger sister of another Danville standout. Nautica Conaway was their offensive weapon after Aaron Haupt graduated. I believe Conaway went on to play at a smaller college. Can't remember exactly where, but great athlete that Danville had a few years ago. Now they continue to try to replace. Right now they're down 10-0. Taylor Clark has it, has a lane. She'll take it off the glass, won't go, but an offensive rebound by J.C. Young. Goes up, no good, but a foul call.
Looks like the foul is going to be on 25. That's going to be Jada Bell, her first. It'll be the team's third.
J.C. Young looking for her first point. Misses the first. Second free throw also no good. Rebounded by Danville. Here comes the Vikings. Pass up ahead to Bell. Bell, a Euro step. Shot up no good, but a foul called.
Foul's going to be on Kylie Edwards. It'll be her first. It'll be the team's third.
Free throw is good from Bell. Vikings are on the scoreboard. It's 10-1. Second free throw is also good for Bell. Edwards up ahead quickly to Watson. Gracie wasn't able to catch it cleanly, or else she would have had the shot. Instead, she gives it to Clark, who misses the long jumper. Rebounded by Danville. Long pass up ahead is handled, but a travel will be called on the gather from Burns.
Re-entering for Paris, number 32, Moreski. Number 13, Young.
Exactly 2 minutes left, first quarter. Tigers lead 10-2. Bella Moraski and Kaylee Young back into the game for the Tigers. Young will walk it up now with a jog for the Tigers. Crossed half court, pass right side Moore. Clark there to set a screen. Vivian Moore dribbles with the left hand, gives to Moraski. Edwards cuts through, here's Young. Young tries to drive baseline, shut off there, spins around, now pass down low. Nice look for Moraski. One dribble, shot up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Danville. Now a steal. Kaylee Young poked it loose. Down, back the other way, and she'll head back to the line.
Conaway picked up the personal, her first, team's fourth.
Young's free throw is no good. Second is good. 11-2. Kaylee Young's third point of the night. Now Edwards will pick up the ball handler and Parker. Hand off Bell. Moore jumps out when Bell picks up her dribble. She's looking down low. Moreski swatted it away. Vikings retain possession. Here's a jumper, no good. Rebound is pulled down by Taylor Clark. Gave it to Edwards. Pass up ahead, looking for Moore. Finds her. Bumped again is Vivian. Again, no foul call. That's the second or third time Vivian's been hit with no call. And the Tigers dribbled off their foot out of bounds.
Re-entering for Paris, number 33, Gracie Watson. Entering for Paris, number 14, Kinsey England.
1 minute left. Kinsey Ingram checks in for the Tigers. She guards out top. This is Parker dribbling and a foul called on Ingram.
Paris foul number 14, England.
That'll be Kenzie's first, team's fourth.
Both teams with 4 fouls now, meaning each one's 1 foul away from a double bonus opportunity. Here's a baseline drive. Shot up, no good. Rebounded and swatted away by Watson. Young up ahead to Ingram. One dribble, right-handed layup is good. Strong finish, Kinsey Ingram. Way to run the court, freshman, and it's 13-2. Bell dribbles, pushed a teammate through on the baseline, and passed it far side. Now up top, here's Parker, guarded by Ingram. Passes to Conaway, guarded by Moreski, stolen by Moreski. 15 seconds left. Young just now crossed half court, 10 seconds left. Pass right side, Clark, down to 8. Lob pass, Young, a deep three, stepped into it, on the way, it's good.
Yes, it's good.
Kaylee Young knew just exactly how much time she had. Got the defender out of position, stepped up to the line, and drilled the three. It's 16-2. Tigers lead by 14 after 1 here on the Paris Sports Network.
Farm Credit Illinois is a proud supporter of the Paris Tigers athletes and the surrounding farm families. Farm Credit blocks appraisal costs and lender fees and defends our borrowing members with free repricings as the market allows. Farm Credit helps farmers score with annual cash patronage. Team up with a cooperative helping farm families succeed and let us help lead your agricultural business to victory. Best of luck, Tigers, this sporting season.
Cornerstone Building Brands is the largest manufacturer of exterior building products in North America, servicing commercial, residential, and repair and remodel markets. They're the #1 manufacturer of vinyl siding, windows, and metal accessories, as well as North America's top choice in metal roofing and wall systems. With an expansive product offering and more than 100 locations, they're committed to providing high-quality exterior building solutions that their customers and communities can count on. That's Cornerstone Building Brands in Paris.
(16-2), Tigers lead, beginning of this second quarter. Danville will start with the ball, trailing by 14. Ingram still in, guards out top for the Tigers. Poked loose by Watson, who is on the deck, but a foul is going to be called. I think Gracie will pick it up.
Yep, that'll be Gracie's first. It'll be the team's 5th.
Danville to inbound from under their own basket. Still looking, lob pass, finds Conaway, guarded by Moreski. Kick out, long jumpers, an air ball. Young had her hand on it, and it goes out of bounds off of her. It'll stay with Danville.
I like it, though. One of the Paris girls was already breaking to the other end, so she would have been wide open for the layup had we controlled the ball.
Parker inbounds out top. This is Conaway in the corner. Watson saved it. Danville still with it, and another Tiger foul picked up.
Taylor Clark picks up her first personal, the team's 6th.
Officials will change up where Danville will inbound from. It's in front of the Tiger bench. Pass into the backcourt. Burns dribbles with it. Guarded by Young, poked it loose. Moore's on the deck. Moore ties up Burns.
It's going to be a jump ball. It'll be Paris ball, so that'll be a turnover Danville. They're going to have to redo the scorebooks too, Clay, because they've got the fouls up to 10. So
that's a good call. Fouls did reset. Started at 0. Tigers back with 2. Danville looking for 2 and capitalizing on the Tiger turnover is Jada Bell. It's 16-4. Watson back the other way. A jumper from the baseline, no good. Rebounded. Conaway had it. Now there's 3 Tigers and 2 Vikings on the court. Tie up, Danville ball. Minute gone by, second quarter. Danville the only team to score so far. Just 1 field goal. Dribbling far side's Parker. Passes up top. Burns dribbles to the right wing, put her head down, then lost it out of bounds. It'll stay, no, Tiger ball.
Yeah, the one back official, he overruled the front official. I think he had a better look at it anyway.
Kaylee Young up with it for the Tigers. Young hesitates, gives back to Moore. Moore into the lane. Puts it up, no good. Got her own miss. Trying to rip it away from a Viking, but a jump ball will be called. It'll stay with the Tigers. Foley back in for Danville. Another sub will be made as McFarland gets back into the game for Danville. Didn't really see a lot of her in that first quarter. I was waiting to see maybe 2 fouls next to her name that I had missed in that first frame, but no fouls, no points for the senior McFarland. who coming into this one I expected to be the focal point, if not the only option for the Viking team.
Well, you kind of thought that, but so far it's been Jada Bell.
McFarland with it, pass out top. Shot fake by Bell, drives in, great pass down low, finds Conaway, who was fouled by Vivian Moore.
Yeah, I'm not sure she had to foul her either because she was up too far under the basket to make the shot.
Conaway's first free throw, no good. Morgan Combs checking in for the first time here tonight for the Tigers. Second free throw from Conaway is good, and it's 16-5. Danville back within 11. Young, pass down low. Right, straight up with the shot is Combs. She missed it, but a foul was called. Morgan Combs will head to the line for two.
Danville foul number 50, Foley. Shooting 2 for Paris, Combs.
That'll be Sophie Foley's second personal.
Combs misses the first free throw. Second one, also no good, but she'll get a try again with the lane violation. I don't think Morgan was around when, before the game, Taylor said that the most embarrassing thing would be a air ball free throw. I don't think Morgan was around. So first one don't count from Morgan's book. Makes the second attempt on the redo. It's 17-5. Morgan's got her first point. Layup on the other end by Bell, however, is good. And it's 17-7 and one opportunity coming for Bell.
Basket good by Bell. Paris foul number 11, Clark. Shooting 1.
Taylor Clark picks up her second personal.
Free throw is good. Bell has 7 of Danville's 8 points. It's 17-8, and Danville will take a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. 6:03 to play, second quarter. The game previously played this evening, Terre Haute North and Charleston. The Patriots won 51-35 in that contest. I want to say two terribly strong teams, a couple of athletic teams up between those two.
Yep.
North has lost a lot of firepower over the last couple years. Probably won't be able to call Paris in the North game, but Zoe Stewart, who played at Terre Haute North last few years, she's now at Murray State University and scored, I think, 20-some points in her first game at a Division I level. So
that's pretty good.
that's what North is trying to replace. Had a couple other girls over the last few years that have really contributed in that team as well. Here's Taylor Clark hitting a three from the corner. 20-8, back out to a 12-point lead. McFarland picks up her dribble out on the Tiger head, pass down low from Danville, goes straight out of bounds, turnover Tiger ball. Lenny, you mentioned before the game started, might be a lot of people's first time seeing the court here on the broadcast, and been a long time since there's been Paris basketball played on this court. Here's Taylor Clark drilling another three from the same corner. 6 straight for Clark. It's 23-8.
I think she likes that corner.
Get her and Gracie Watson going from deep, and there's not going to be a lot of teams that can keep pace with the shooting that this Tiger team is capable of. And that's just 2 of them. Worst case scenario for opponents would be everybody getting in on the action from deep. Kaylee Young's hit a 3. She's got the ball, dribbles back beyond the volleyball line, now gets to the top of the key. Hand off Watson. Had her defender off of her. She's dancing around out top. Now gives Edwards to the free throw line. Kick out Clark. Opposite corner.
Boom.
It's good. Taylor Clark, 9 in a row. It's 26-8. Shooting Expo, last few possessions for Taylor Clark. 4:24 left, second quarter. Watson goes for the steal, and she'll earn the jump ball. Paris possession.
Re-entering the game for Danville, number 14, Coretta.
Correction being made at the scorer's table. It'll be Danville ball on the possession arrow. (26-8). Inbound pass goes to Haupt of Danville. Pass up top McFarland. Back to Haupt. Far side. Guarded by Clark. Long pass.
Turnover.
Bounce pass might have got through. Instead, it's into the hands of Kaylee Young, who gave it to Taylor Clark. Clark drives in, picks up her dribble, spins around, shot up no good, but Combs is there for the cleanup. Kick out Edwards. Up top Young, and she'll set things up for the Tigers. 4 minutes to play before halftime. Young gets to the free throw line. Running shot is no good. Deflected off of Danville. It'll stay with Paris. Kaylee Young will inbound under the Tiger basket, lob to Clark. Clark to the right, uses the screen from Combs, shot up no good. Doesn't draw iron, and it will be Danville ball.
Paris, number 32, Moreski.
Moreski checks back in for Clark. Give Clark a break.
McFarland has it right wing. Pass up top. Here's Conaway. One dribble. Now hand off to McFarland. Guarded by Edwards. Pass down low. Haupt against Watson. Puts a shot up no good. Maybe partially blocked by Watson. And then Combs lost it out of bounds. It'll stay with Danville. Vikings to inbound. Passes into Conaway. Conaway tries to drive baseline, and a foul called on the Tigers.
I think that'll be against Moreski.
Paris foul, number 32, Moreski.
That'll be her first.
Should be bonus for Danville.
15 foul on Paris, 2 shots. Number 12.
Conaway to the line. Her first free throw is no good. Second on the way. Missed that one. Rebounded by Moreski. Bella does a good job of keeping the ball high and finds the outlet in Edwards. Here's Young to the elbow. Watson, one dribble into the lane, down low. Combs handles, bounce pass to Moreski, replaces her on the block. Moreski looking cross court to Watson, unable to get it there. Tough pass to make. Turnover. Here comes Danville. Foul called. Conaway drove in. Kylie's probably kicking herself out a really good chance to take a charge there as Conaway a bit out of control. Kylie moved with her and instead picks up the foul.
That'll be Kylie's second.
Free throw no good from Conaway. J.C. Young checking in for the Tigers. Second free throw good. 26-9. Macy Bicknell also in for Paris. And a turnover on the other end. It'll be Danville ball. Four freshmen on the court now for the Tigers. Bicknell picks up McFarland. Now she'll guard Huerta on the handoff. Huerta has it up top. Pass down low, Haupt. Fires a shot. No good. Rebounded by Watson. Watson looking. Gets across half court. Top of the key. Down the lane. Splits two defenders. Layup no good, but a rebound by Combs. Her putback won't go. Another chance. J.C. Young finishes for two.
Third time's a charm.
J.C. Young's first points as a Tiger. A foul called on the other end on the Tigers.
Look like the foul is going to be on 24, J.C. Young. That'll be her first.
Conaway makes her first free throw, makes it 28-10. Kenzie Ingram back in for Paris. Second free throw, also good. Conaway has 4 points. Pass down low from Young. Finds Combs, who finishes through contact.
Gabrielle Herrera picks up her first personal.
Free throw from Combs, no good. Rebounded by Conaway at Danville. Approaching 2 minutes to play. Here's McFarland. Guarded by Bicknell. McFarland gets a step, now back pedals. Bicknell nearly poked it loose. McFarland got it back. Haupt, guarded by Young. Bounce pass, finds her target. Dribbling at the free throw line is Johnson. Shot up no good. Rebounded by J.C. Young. Gave it to Kaylee Young. Young looking ahead for Bicknell, who makes her way to the corner. Young down the lane, puts a shot up, no good. Maybe one more dribble and has a layup. Instead, here comes Danville. Back the other way, a turnover. Bicknell has it. Viking teammate was drifting towards the corner, and that led the pass right into the hands of the Tiger freshman. Here's Kaylee Young directing traffic. Bicknell deep on the right wing. Back to Young in the corner, far side. Down low, J.C. Young off glass. It's good. No dribble needed. Quick release, J.C. Young, and it's 32-11. Biggest lead of the night for the Tigers, and a timeout by Danville. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with them here on the Paris Sports Network.
With 2 convenient locations in Paris and Kansas, Templeton Funeral Home is always there providing the care and service you and your loved ones deserve. Pete, Mark, and the staff at Templeton Funeral Home would like to wish all the Tigers the best of luck this season. Go Tigers! North American Lighting is a leading supplier of automotive lighting systems in North America, and they're proud supporters of Paris Tiger Athletics. They'd like to wish all the Tigers the best of luck this sporting season. Located at the Paris Airport, Seed Solutions wants to wish the best to all Paris Tiger teams this season. Contact Chip or Bethany Keys at 251-0153.
Out of the timeout, 1 minute, 20 seconds left. Here in the second quarter, Tigers lead Danville 32-11. Macy Bicknell will pick up at half court. J.C. Young, Morgan Combs, Kaylee Young, and Kenzie Ingram also on the court for the Tigers. Pass intended for McFarland down low, went over her head, out of bounds, turnover Danville. Young will bring it up for Paris. Crossed half court. Gives to Young. Far side. Young dribbles with her left hand. Looking for Kaylee Young near a corner. Deflected. Stolen by Danville. Jump ball as J.C. Young hit the deck to get it back for the Tigers. 55.5 on the clock. Timeout called by Coach Dave Tingley. He'll draw something up for this inbound play. Tigers back in action tomorrow evening. They'll have the 5:15 game against Charleston. Champaign Central get in on the action tomorrow as they'll play this Danville team at 6:45. So those are the 5 teams: Champaign Central, Charleston, Danville, Paris, and Terre Haute North of this NAL Thanksgiving tournament.
Seemed like they'd have picked up one more team and had 6.
In the past, Park Heritage has played. I think that's right.
Yeah, Rockville was in it one year, I think.
Kaylee's young inbound pass is stolen by McFarland. She'll give it to Halb. Halb layup no good. McFarland probably should have just taken that herself. Then she has a rebound ripped away by Combs. Gave it to Ingram. Up ahead, Young. Her layup no good. No foul called. Long pass up ahead. Here's Halp. Bicknell chases her down. Halp forces up a shot. No good. Rebounded by McFarland over Ingram. Her putback won't go. Ingram had her hands on that rebound as well. Young pulls it down. Up ahead, JC Young. 3-on-1, but Young can't handle it. Out of bounds. Turnover Tigers. .25 seconds left before halftime. 32-11. Tigers with a large advantage. Here's a steal from J.C. Young, and then a jump ball is going to be called, and it'll stay with Danville.
Line change to Paris. Number 1, 11, 32, and 33.
13.4 seconds on the clock. Starters back in for the Tigers. Danville to inbound from under their own basket. Lobs over the head of Clark. Caught by Conaway. Into the corner. McFarland now pass up top. No, this is McFarland at the volleyball line. Guarded by Moore. McFarland gets around her. Layup no good. 2 seconds left. Watson will get a shot away that falls well short. We'll head to halftime. Tigers lead 32-11 over the Danville Vikings. We'll be back with a halftime show on the Parasports Network.
Stewart and Carroll Funeral Home is dedicated to providing compassionate and individual attention to every family they serve, sincerely caring for your family's needs. Stewart and Carroll Funeral Home proudly supports Paris Tiger Athletics. Moody Farms of Paris is a proud supporter of Paris Tiger student athletes. Whether they're on the court, in the field, or in the classroom, Moody Farms wants to wish all of our Tigers the best of luck this year. Terry Elliston has been your good neighbor State Farm agent since 1981. They focus on auto, home, life, farm, and business insurance, along with financial products throughout Paris and the surrounding areas. Their mission is to put the interest of others ahead of their own. They're committed to doing whatever is needed to meet their customers' needs and to truly be a good neighbor by serving the community in which they work and live. Call State Farm for a free auto insurance quote at 465-8548. For nearly 100 years, farmers have counted on FS to provide agriculture-related products and services. Call 465-1560 for fuels, lubricants, or propane for home and farm use.
We are many, we are one. You have so much to give, continuing what we've begun, helping our families to truly live. I will, you will, together we will show some heart, do our part, take a compassionate stand for good, forever, for Edgar County, ECCF.
Edgar County Community Foundation.
At First Farmers, we are committed to the communities we serve. For us, joining a community means more than just opening shop. We want to see businesses thrive, generational farms succeed, and local families continue to put down roots and grow. Whether you're looking for a farm loan, managing a business, building a nest egg for a new home, or searching for the personal financial tools that will set you up for financial success, we've got you covered. At First Farmers Bank and Trust in Paris. The skating rink at Twin Lakes, formerly known as Twin Lakes Roller Rink, has been a popular establishment in Paris for over 60 years. New owners CJ and Mary Jo Becker are bringing new life to the skating rink with arcade games, a snack bar, TV hangout area for teens, and lots of roller skating. Stop by 1250 North Main Street in Paris on Friday and Saturday nights from 6 to 10, with a fifth quarter on Friday nights until midnight, and on Sundays from 2 to 4. Follow them on Facebook for more upcoming events. Family owned in Paris for 38 years, Savoya's Pizza is the place for real Italian food. Be sure to try their famous pizza nuggets and follow them on Facebook for their latest specials. Stop by 327 North Main Street for carryout or call 217-463-2500 for delivery. White Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning have been your hometown boys for over 50 years, offering 23.5-hour service. That's right, they need a half hour for coffee. Call John at 217-465-3195. Country Financial representatives Mark Gladding, Jim Blue, Katie Schopmeyer, and Dan Phipps proudly support our student athletes. Give them a call at 465-8320 or stop by their office at 802 North Main Street in Paris. Make plans to attend Lake Ridge Christian Church this Sunday, either for their traditional service at 8 a.m. or their contemporary service at 10:30 a.m. There's something for everyone at Lake Ridge, from infants to the more seasoned generation. Visit their website at lakeridgechurch.org or find them on Facebook to watch their service each Sunday morning at 10:30. Ingram's Waste Disposal offers residential and commercial trash pickup, commercial compactor service, roll-off service, and mini roll-off services. Call Scott, Kathy, Mary Jo, or Bethany at 465-3335. Ingram Waste Disposal, proudly serving Edgar and Clark counties since 1950. If you're looking for agricultural, business, or personal loans, Longview Bank and Trust has you covered. They can even help you with investment options and online banking. With locations in Paris, Crispin, Georgetown, and Marshall, they're always ready with the services you need. Look them up online at longviewbt.com. The Paris Sports Network would like to give a big thank you to our affiliate sponsors for their support of Paris Tiger Athletics: the Mary Lupine family, Paul and Kathy Porter, Mark and Holly at Winans Farms, Tom and Marnita Stuck, Jim and Kay Taylor, and Steve and Lynn Young.
We're at halftime here at Paris High School. Game number 1 of this season in the NAL tournament for your Paris Tigers. They lead Danville 32-11. I'll turn it over to my partner, Lenny Irwin, to let you know how we got there with stats.
All righty, Clay, we can do that. For the first half, I've got the Lady Vikings shooting 7 out of 11 from the charity stripe for 64%. I've got them 2 out of 17 from two-point land for 12%, and they haven't connected on a three-pointer yet. They're 0 for 1 from three-point land. They have committed, looks like, 15 turnovers in the first half, and they've committed 6 personal fouls. Their leading scorer is Jada Bell. She has 7 out of the 11, and Shannon Conaway has the other 4. So that totals their 11 For your Lady Tigers, we are 4 out of 7 from the charity stripe for 57%. We are 8 out of 22 from two-point land for 36%. And we are 4 out of 6 from three-point range for 66%. We've committed 8 turnovers in the first half and 10 personal fouls. Leading the way for the Lady Tigers is Taylor Clark with 11, followed by Kaylee Young, who has 6. Then it drops down to 4 apiece for JC Young and for Gracie Watson. 3 points for Morgan Combs. 2 points for Kinsey Ingram and 2 points for Vivian Moore. The Tigers lead at halftime, 32-11. And looks like both teams are back out on the floor, so we'll have second half action here in just a few moments.
I'd say about what I expected from the Tigers in that first half, and I'm sure even though it's just an 11-point half for Danville, that was probably something that Coach Tingley hit on in the locker room, probably a few points too many from a fairly weak Danville team. So Tigers kept them scoreless for quite a while there in that first quarter, but Danville has started to find some cracks in the defense, able to get to the free throw line.
Yep, that's where they made most of their points.
Yeah, might be something else that was touched on in the locker room. But Tigers able to get to the rim on the offensive end, been able to create open looks, and that's something they're going to have to do against these weaker opponents such as Danville that they're playing here this evening.
Yeah, like you said, Danville has made 7 out of their 11 points from the charity stripe, so you eliminate those fouls and those foul shots, it's only maybe they've only got 4 points at half instead of 11. So
something else I'll be keeping an eye on is we know there's a lack of height on this Tiger team. So defensive end is one thing. You can get your rebounds with good positioning, which we saw the Tigers capitalize on in that first half. But on the offensive end, they've really had success over the years of pulling down offensive rebounds, getting second or third looks. We know Caitlin Combs was a player last year that didn't have a ton of height, but her athleticism, her ability to read the ball off the rim and quickly react, that was really where she took advantage of opponents. And that's going to be something this team that is a bit shorter, going to be shorter than most opponents. That's where this group is going to have to make the rebounds count on the offensive end.
That's for sure. And Deming Hawkins, she controlled the boards to be no taller than she was, but she always had great positioning.
First shot is no good from Gracie Watson in the second half, but there's an offensive rebound put back by Bella Moreski.
That's Moreski's first points of the contest. So
all starters are in the scoring column now for Paris. McFarland yet to score for Danville. Actually, Danville has their starters back out onto the court, and nobody in the starting five has scored. Here's a miss from three-point land by Foley. Long pass from Clark up ahead, intended for Moreski. She thought there was a teammate behind her. Young had cut through. Turnover Tigers. (34-11). McFarland dribbling out at the volleyball line, past left side to Haupt. Give it away to Johnson. Back to McFarland, into the lane, shot up, no good, but a foul called.
that'll be her second. Actually, they've got her for 3 on the scoreboard.
Free throw no good by McFarland. Second also no good. That one left short. Trying to save it is Danville's Sophie Foley, unable to. It'll be Tiger ball. Watson has it for the Tigers. Long pass, far side. Here's Moore. Uses the Moreski screen. Moore has a mismatch beyond the volleyball line. Passes it away to Clark. Clark guarded closely. Here's Young, a three, right wing, no good. Moreski charges in for the rebound, but knocked it out of bounds. It'll be Danville ball. Vikings with it. McFarland across half court. Pass left side to Haupt. McFarland cuts through. Now back up top. Catches the pass. She'll get into the lane. Shot up. Hard off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Kaylee Young off the hands of Gracie Watson. Up ahead Clark. Now Moore. Right block. And layup good. 36-11. McFarland directs traffic. Sends Huerta through. McFarland now top, replaces Haupt. Haupt sets a screen, trying to get through a couple now. Pass goes to Foley, who drives in and walks with it. Watson guarded by Haupt. Gives it to Moore. Moore passes to Watson. Right wing, here's Clark. Uses a Moreski screen. Clark into the lane, kick out Watson, but a foul called on Danville.
Foul's going to be on 14. That'll be Herrera. That'll be her second. Team's first this half.
Young. Bounce pass on the inbound is kicked. She'll try it again. Young looking, finds Clark down low.
Shoved in the back, yeah. That'll be Herrera's just back-to-back fouls.
Clark at the line. Makes the first, makes it 37-11. Gives herself 12 on the evening. Bell checks back in for Danville. Again, she has been the Vikings' leading scorer. 7 of their 11. Number 11 for the Tigers sinks both free throws. It's 38-11. Moore waits for McFarland. Dribble handoff, Haupt. Guarded by Young. Bell into the corner. Johnson. Lob pass. Finds Foley, who gives it to Bell. Had her shot blocked. Down with it is Watson. Crossed half court. Left side. Here's Clark. Stops and fires a three. Ooh, no good.
In and out.
Rebounded by McFarland. She'll bring it up herself. Floater in the lane, no good. Rebounded by Young after the deflection, but a turnover. Foley looking for McFarland. Finds her, shot up, no good. McFarland gets her own miss. Gives it to Johnson down low, and she is fouled.
Kayla Young picks up her second personal.
First free throw, no good. Second also no good. Rebounded by Kaylee Young. Young has to rip it away from Foley, does. Gets it across half court and will set things up for the Tiger offense. Clark pops out, right wing, catches the pass from Young. Moreski there to set a screen. Clark uses it, goes left, hesitates, into the lane, kick out Young. She'll hesitate herself, back into the corner, misses her target, and Clark, turnover Tigers.
Yeah, Young thought Clark was going to cut the baseline, and she went the other way to the corner. Little miscommunication there, but the season's early. You'll have that.
38-11. McFarland across half court. Dribbles out top against Moore. Passes to Conaway. Now Bell. Bell one dribble, back to Conaway. Up top, McFarland. Not much of a look at the basket yet from this Viking offense. Far side, Bell. Few dribbles in, nearly tied up. Shot up, rolls around
I don't know how
and through.
she got that to go, but somehow.
Young, a long pass up ahead to Clark. Her layup, good. Tigers answer quickly. It's 40-13. 15 points for Taylor Clark. Down low, Bell has a look at the basket on the baseline. Clark got a hand in, but unable to deter Bell. It's 40-15. Kaylee Young down the sideline. Skip pass. Moore found the block wide open. Shot was blocked. Kick out three on the way from Clark. No good. Conaway a bit shaken up for Danville. We play on. And that was McFarland dribbling off her own foot. Danville still with it. Bell drives in, runs over Moreski, and a foul called on Bella.
That'll be Bella's second. Team's third this half.
Bell shooting 2 free throws, makes the first as Combs, J.C. Young, and Kinsey Ingram check in for the Tigers, as does Kylie Edwards. Bell's second free throw, no good, rebounded by J.C. Young. Puts it on the deck for 2 dribbles, then gives to Edwards. A little over 3 minutes to play third quarter. Edwards dribbles out top near the half-court line. Gives to Ingram, right wing, guarded by Haupt. Into the corner, here's Edwards. Young cuts through after getting a comb screen block to block. Had her shot attempt blocked. Moore with it now, far side. Up top, Edwards gives to J.C. Young. Pass down low, Combs spins around. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by Conaway of Danville. Here comes the Vikings. Edwards over there. Thought about taking the charge, but Conaway picked up her dribble. Got rid of it to Bell. Bell into the lane. Finds Conaway down low. Shot up. It's good, plus a foul.
Kylie Edwards picks up her third personal.
Free throw from Conaway is good. 40-19. Not that Danville's within striking distance, but Tigers really unable to pull away any further here in this half from this around 20-point advantage that they have. 21 point, now 23 points. Kylie Edwards finishes with the right hand. Haupt has it far corner. Pass towards the elbow. Dasani Lewis into the game, and a turnover on Danville. J.C. Young inbounds to Ingram. Up ahead to Edwards. Edwards fouled and pushed over here in front of the Tiger bench.
Foul's going to be on 25. That'll be Bell. That'll be her second. Team's third this half.
Edwards inbounds to Moore in the corner. Combs posted up down low, catches the pass, and unable to finish. Rebounded by Conaway. Conaway pushes for Danville. Vikings have picked up the urgency last few possessions. Turn it over there. But Tiger teams of seasons past, when teams start to play like this, maybe get a bit out of control, but at the same time force the issue, play a little bit more physical. That's honestly when Tiger teams have started to pull away from teams and put games away. We'll see what this group can do. Edwards, another finger roll, won't go. Offensive rebound by Combs. Her put back no good. And then a tie-up on the ensuing rebound of that attempt. Danville ball on the alternating possession. Here's Bell, guarded by England. Bell uses a Conaway screen, turn it over. England has it, rips it away from Conaway. No, jump ball called, but it will be Paris possession. England inbounds to Moore. 1:20 left, third quarter. Moore gets around the defender.
She double dribbled.
And Burns, but violation called. Turnover Tigers. (42-19). Tigers lead. Edwards plays defense on Parker. Parker dribbles into the corner. Edwards all over her. No breathing room. Timeout called by Danville. 59.5 seconds left. Tigers lead 42-19. It's a full timeout, and we'll take it with them here on the Paris Sports Network.
Cornerstone Building Brands is the largest manufacturer of exterior building products in North America, servicing commercial, residential, and repair and remodel markets. They're the #1 manufacturer of vinyl siding, windows, and metal accessories, as well as North America's top choice in metal roofing and wall systems. With an expansive product offering and more than 100 locations, they're committed to providing high-quality exterior building solutions that their customers and communities can count on. That's Cornerstone Building Brands in Paris. With 2 convenient locations in Paris and Kansas, Templeton Funeral Home is always there providing the care and service you and your loved ones deserve. Pete, Mark, and the staff at Templeton Funeral Home would like to wish all the Tigers the best of luck this season. Go Tigers!
Danville ball out of the timeout. They will inbound from the baseline, pass in to Parker. Parker dribbling against Edwards' defense. Parker into the lane, puts her head down and walked with it. Mass sub in for the Tigers. Bella Moreski checks back in. Taylor Clark, Kaylee Young, and Gracie Watson. 4 starters plus Kylie Edwards. 50 seconds left. 42-19. Watson across half court. Gives to Edwards. Right wing. Uses a screen set by Clark. Gives to Moreski out top. Left side Watson. Watson uses a Moreski screen far side. Here's Clark. Clark passes to a backdoor cutting Kaylee Young. Unable to finish. Got her own miss. Kick out Watson. Had an open 3, doesn't take it. 22 seconds left, she'll back it up. Gives to Young. Tigers will set up their last second offense. Young has to get away from Parker's defense. Separates, now gives to Watson. 10 seconds left. Here's Edwards looking for Watson. Finds her, a deep 3, left wing, just short. Rebounded by Clark, who, unable to save it. 3.2 seconds left. Danville has the length of the court to go. Inbound to Bell. 2 seconds left. 3 dribbles. Shot up. It is no good.
Pretty close, though.
Pretty close off the back of the iron. Doesn't go, however, and we'll head to the final 8 minutes here in game number 1. Tigers lead 42-19 over Danville on the Paris Sports Network.
North American Lighting is a leading supplier of automotive lighting systems in North America, and they're proud supporters of Paris Tiger Athletics. They'd like to wish all the Tigers the best of luck this sporting season. Located at the Paris Airport, Seed Solutions wants to wish the best to all Paris Tiger teams this season. Contact Chip or Bethany Keys at 251-0153. Stewart and Carroll Funeral Home is dedicated to providing compassionate and individual attention to every family they serve, sincerely caring for your family's needs. Stewart and Carroll Funeral Home proudly supports Paris Tiger Athletics.
Danville ball to start this fourth and final quarter. Tigers lead 42-19. Parker dribbles to the right wing. Handoff Bell. Bell gets to the free throw line, throws a shot up that goes through. It's 42-21. Kaylee Young has it. Gives to Clark. Up ahead, Edwards. 2-on-1. Edwards tries to take it herself.
She got hammered.
Unable to get it. No foul called. Moreski was there, and she is fouled.
Danville foul number 12. Conway shooting 2 for Paris. Moreski.
First free throw, Moreski, no good. Second on the way, got that one to go. Bella's third point of the night. 43-21, here's Bell. Pass right side off of her teammate's hands. Burns unable to hang on to it. Turnover Danville. Watson to inbound. Young and Clark release deep. Tigers will play it safe, get it in the hands of Gracie Watson. Watson across half court, behind the back dribble on Bell. Bell staying right with her. Watson gets inside the 3-point line, gives to Moreski. Now Young. Young passes left side, Edwards uses the Moreski screen. Clark up top. Moreski posts up down low in the lane. She catches the pass, shot up no good, but a foul call.
Foul is going to be on 25. That'll be Bell's third. Team's fifth this half.
Moreski gets the first to go. Second is also good. Moreski's made her last 3 free throws. She's got 5 on the night. 45-21 Tigers. Conaway catches a pass from McFarland. Picks up her dribble, works against Watson,
And
then dribbled it again.
She double dribbled, yep.
Game for Paris, number 24, number 23, number 59.
Macy Bicknell, Morgan Combs, and J.C. Young check in for the Tigers. Maybe the youngest set of 5 on the court so far for Paris this evening. 4 freshmen and a sophomore. Here is the sophomore, unable to finish with the left hand on the layup. McFarland was there playing tight defense. She had it and gave it away to Burns. Whistle blows, foul called, continuation, and the shot will go. Or no, they waved it off. I guess he was pointing on the court. Made that signal after she had made the shot, which
Yeah, I thought he was
would
counting the
indicate
basket
count it,
too,
yeah.
but I guess they called the foul before this shot. So.
inbound pass, then given to McFarland. Her 3 is good.
That's her first 3 of the night.
45-24. Kaylee Young with it. Dribbles out at the volleyball line. Now backs away from McFarland's defense. Gets a shot away. No good. Rebounded by Conaway. Swings an elbow. Foul called on the Tigers.
.51. Morgan Combs picks up the personal. That'll be her first.
Timeout Tigers will take it with them. They lead 45-24. 6:09 left on the Paris Sports Network.
Moody Farms of Paris is a proud supporter of Paris Tiger student athletes. Whether they're on the court, in the field, or in the classroom, Moody Farms wants to wish all of our Tigers the best of luck this year. Terry Elliston has been your good neighbor State Farm agent since 1981. They focus on auto, home, life, farm, and business insurance, along with financial products throughout Paris and the surrounding areas. Their mission is to put the interest of others ahead of their own. They're committed to doing whatever is needed to meet their customers' needs and to truly be a good neighbor by serving the community in which they work and live. Call State Farm for a free auto insurance quote at 465-8548.
.609 left. Tigers putting the finishing touches on game number 1 of this season. 21-point advantage over Danville. Tigers on defense. Burns turned it over. Kaylee Young. Crossed half court. Into the lane. Floater is no good. Rebounded by Combs. Had her shot blocked. JC Young fighting for it on the court, and a jump ball called.
Subs number 14 Paris, number 14 Danville.
Kenzie Ingram in for Paris. She stands in the far corner. Kaylee Young inbounds. Looking, lobs to Ingram. Now gets it back on the bounce pass. Combs cuts to the free throw line. Down lows JC Young. One dribble to her left, spun around to her right, missed the shot. And the ball goes out of bounds off of a Tiger last. Danville ball.
Danville sub number 4. Out.
5.5 to play. McFarland across half court to the right wing. Picks up her dribble. Bounce pass down low. This is Conaway. Wrestled to the court by Kenzie England. Jump ball called. It'll stay with Danville. Huerta to inbound. Her pass is stolen by Combs. Combs gave it to Ingram. Up ahead to Bicknell. Cutting down the center of the lane was JC Young, but Bicknell spins around and finishes with the right hand on the scoop shot off the glass.
That's Macy's first 2 points of the ball game.
McFarland on the right wing. Gave it away to Bell. Bell maybe got away with a walk. Couple of long strides. Her shot no good. Pass up ahead from JC Young to Bicknell. Finds Ingram on the opposite block. Her shot no good. Tough angle. Here's JC Young finishing for 2. Combs found Young. After Combs rebounded the miss, it's 49-24. McFarland guarded by Kaylee Young. Into the far corner. Pass up top to Haupt. Bicknell picked her up. Haupt's pass near side now. Here's a shot up from Conaway. Rolls off the rim to the other side. Weak side rebounded by Ingram. Kaylee Young with it now. Here's 5 freshmen on the court. We get younger and younger for the Tigers as this game dwindles down to the final minutes. Long pass up ahead by Danville after the missed shot is stolen away by Macy Bicknell. Picks up her dribble. JC Young, bounce pass down low. Combs finishes for 2 with the left. Give the assist to JC Young. 2 points Morgan Combs. She has 5, and it's 51-24. Nearly a steal from Bicknell, and it will be Tiger ball.
It is going to be a turnover.
.3:45 to play. Kaylee Young across half court. Gives Bicknell right wing. Combs there to set a screen. Bicknell uses it. Picks up her dribble, looking for JC Young. Finds her top of the key. Young bobbles it, gets it back, gets fouled, and there's the call.
Danville foul, number 14,
That'll be Hereda's fourth.
And for Danville, number 10, there you go.
Ingram will inbound for the Tigers in front of their bench. Gave it to Young, who found Combs. And Combs finishes again from the same block. 53-24. McFarland, left side, Haupt. Guarded by Bicknell, pass up top. McFarland, her pass this time, stolen by Bicknell. Macy will push down the left sideline for the Tigers. Pass up top, Kaylee Young. Gives to Ingram right wing. Combs sets a screen. Ingram thought about taking the long jumper. Instead gives to J.C. Young. Now left side, Kaylee Young. Young, she'll step into the three. Left it short. Chases her own rebound down. Nearly saved it, but unable to. It'll be Danville ball. Two and a half to play. Tigers lead by 29 points in this one. McFarland, pass up top. J.C. Young plays defense. Shot up, no good. On the drive by Huerta. Out of bounds. It'll stay with Danville. Danville with it. Shot up is no good from McFarland. Rebounded by Bicknell. Bicknell thought about taking it the whole way. Unable to keep control of it. Out of bounds. But it was last touched by Danville. Long pass sails over the head of Morgan Combs, but Bicknell chases it down. Bicknell dribbles out top. Bartos and Lansall into the game for the Tigers. They pick up their first varsity minutes. Layup no good from Bicknell. Danville back the other way. Whistle blows. And we'll have a foul called on Paris.
Lansall picks up her first personal.
Danville inbounds, out top. Skip pass into the corner. Jumper, no good. Rebounded by Bicknell. Bicknell crosses over. Had it deflected and stolen away by Danville. Shot at the other end, no good. Rebounded by McFarland. Unable to get a shot away. J.C. Young has it. Whistle blows and I believe a foul called on Danville. Minute 26 left. See if the Tigers can get a play set up for Maya Bartos or Lexus Lansall to get into the scoring column. Bicknell has it now for the Tigers. Dribbles out at the center court logo. Thought about going right, picked up her dribble. Gives to Ingram. Ingram sets the offense up. She'll drive in with the left hand. Reverse course, back out top. She'll fire a two, no good. Bartos unable to save it. It'll be Danville ball. Minutes of play, 53-24. Tigers with a strong advantage as they finish this game number one out. McFarland's layup no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds. It'll go the other way. 49 seconds left. And a 5-second count called as J.C. Young unable to inbound the ball. Huerta to inbound. Gets it into Landfair, who's checked in for Danville. She lost it. Jump ball called. It'll go back to the Tigers. 44.2 seconds left. Tigers again will play tomorrow against Charleston. That game will start at 5:15. Charleston lost this evening to Terre Haute North. J.C. Young trying to clean up the Lansall miss, unable to. Here's an England jumper that's no good. Rebounded by Danville. 30 seconds left. McFarland into the lane. Whistle blows, foul called on Paris. Charleston.
Lansall picks up her second.
Charleston, a team that the Tigers defeated rather easily last year. That was a, I believe, 93-18 game here in this NAL tournament. As a running jumper is good for the Vikings. Huerta finishes for two. It's 53-26. However, this Charleston team of this year, a lot more athletic. Sounds like they've gotten some of their star softball players to come out for the team this year. So not a ton of basketball experience, but just by the looks of them, a lot more athletic group. We'll see how the Tigers handle them as they do take care of business here against Danville this evening. 53-26 the final. Big deficit for the Tigers in game number one as they pulled away early from Danville, never looked back. Great way to start this season. We will take a break and be back with the post-game show, stats, and interview here on the Paris Sports Network.
For nearly 100 years, farmers have counted on FS to provide agriculture-related products and services. Call 465-1560 for fuels, lubricants, or propane for home and farm use.
We are many, we are one. You have so much to give, continuing what we've begun, helping our families to truly live. I will, you will, together we will show some heart, do our part, take a compassionate stand for good, forever, for Edgar County, ECCF.
Edgar County Community Foundation.
At First Farmers, we are committed to the communities we serve. For us, joining a community means more than just opening shop. We want to see businesses thrive, generational farms succeed, and local families continue to put down roots and grow. Whether you're looking for a farm loan, managing a business, building a nest egg for a new home, or searching for the personal financial tools that will set you up for financial success, we've got you covered. At First Farmers Bank and Trust in Paris. North American Lighting is a leading supplier of automotive lighting systems in North America, and they're proud supporters of Paris Tiger Athletics. They'd like to wish all the Tigers the best of luck this sporting season. Ingram's Waste Disposal offers residential and commercial trash pickup, commercial compactor service, roll-off service, and mini roll-off services. Call Scott, Kathy, Mary Jo, or Bethany at 465-3335. Ingram Waste Disposal, proudly serving Edgar and Clark County since 1950. Family owned in Paris for 38 years, Savoya's Pizza is the place for real Italian food. Be sure to try their famous pizza nuggets and follow them on Facebook for their latest specials. Stop by 327 North Main Street for carryout or call 217-463-2500 for delivery. With 2 convenient locations in Paris and Kansas, Templeton Funeral Home is always there providing the care and service you and your loved ones deserve. Pete, Mark, and the staff at Templeton Funeral Home would like to wish all the Tigers the best of luck this season. Go Tigers!
Welcome to the postgame show on the Paris Sports Network here after a Tiger victory to open up the season. 53-26 the final over Danville. Coach Tingley starting to make his way up here to the top of the bleachers, and we'll just hang out and let him join us, and then we'll get to stats from that one.
That'll work. That way it'll give me time to finish up shooting percentages. So
Tigers and Terre Haute North currently the 1-0 teams. Champaign Central yet to play. They'll take on this Danville team tomorrow evening. Tigers back in action against Charleston at 5:15. First of all, we'll recap this game this evening. Coach Dave Tingley joining us here after game number 1 of the season. And what did you think you were going to get coming into this one? This is totally new territory for a lot of these girls. Probably for you as a coach to have this little experience. What did you expect coming in?
Let me tell you what I wanted. First was just the hopefulness of like a team that could still defensively be the team that we've been in the past. And I think for the most part, we're work in progress, but I thought there was a lot of good things to see out there defensively from our girls and how they were working off each other. And we've looked pretty good in practice, and even over the summer, I thought our defense was going to be good. But there's a lot of like little things that once they start playing together, and we play so many girls that are still new. Like when we did the starting lineup, and they went out there, and I, always give them 5s right before they didn't know what to do there. And they said we hadn't gone over that, coach, and I'm like, yeah, we haven't. So there was 4 girls really for the most part that were out there that didn't know what the ritual was. So that's a kind of like that's foreshadowing in the games to a degree. There's a lot of things that they just don't know yet, and until they experience, I can tell them all I want about expect this or whatever. But a lot of it is that stuff that it's in game. It's when it's intense, and you have to make adjustments, and they know exactly before you know it. You create a team that knows exactly what you're going to say to them, or they're anticipating or whatever. So I think that we have the build and the makeup to be a good defensive team. I think it's going to take some work to really gel and get that underway. What I thought I was going to see was a team at times that was sloppy with the ball. Just because we're young with it, starting freshman point guard that had a really nice game. I think she had like 6 assists and 4 steals or something like that, along with I think maybe 6 rebounds. I think is what Missy had her for. So I mean, that's a heck of a game for a starting freshman. But it's just the poise and the confidence that we need from our guards, and there's a couple of them out there that have played, but the meaningful minutes, the starting minutes, because it's how much different it is when you're off the bench, versus starting. The weight that's on your shoulders when you're starting, you have to carry that load the entire game. How much different it is. So I did expect to see a little bit sloppy, and that's to be expected. Now they know that that's still not tolerated. From a standpoint like that's not what we want to see. And that's not how we're going to be okay with it. We're not say, well, we're freshmen, so it's going to be okay. We know what we're going to see, but we're trying to clean it up, and we're setting the expectation of, taking care of the ball. I think we ended up with 12. That's what Missy had us for, but I want to say it was she probably missed a few here or there. But the ones that we did were just like almost getting too speedy, too ahead of ourselves. We do want to push the ball a little bit more than we did last year, so you're going to have some turnovers, but we could have pushed the ball and not maybe had about half of those ones we did. We just didn't get 2 hands on the ball, or we just didn't make quite a strong enough pass, or we made too strong of a pass, those type of things. So, overall getting that first one in, the amount of playing time that a lot of girls got, it just lays, the tracks, and it's so much more beneficial for the next game, and the next game, and the next game, because it wasn't just cleanup minutes, because their team was still playing hard. No. So it wasn't like it was like, we get their second string, and it was still an intense game. And so that was, I think, I liked that. I liked that they had a chance to kind of, see that and feel that and experience it. And there were times where, we had a freshman group out there, and they were doing well. Like there was like we did some high-low stuff. Morgan was just, a powerhouse in that middle, and she's done that. We knew that's a possibility. And, so there's lots of good things that we can build off of. There's lots of good things that I saw tonight. But right now it's one game at a time, and it's trying to I think I said in the Prairie Press interview, like I expect this team to grow so much more throughout the season than last year's team, because last year's team was pretty established. We knew what we had. This year's team, I think the growth from beginning to the end is going to be pretty significant, and then that's what we're building toward, because at the end is when we'll be playing the best, and hopefully these girls that are younger now don't feel so young. They feel experienced, and they're ready to fight in the postseason.
I know there's going to be more exciting games, so I promise I'll have better questions for those games. But this is a good game tonight where I want to ask you about the timeouts. That's different and new this year. That's the college women's game. Is that the whole year, or is that just a tournament thing? Do you know, or do they totally change that to where it's a five foul double bonus?
5 foul. And it's the
is that just this
NFHS.
tournament?
It's the entire season. It's national.
Okay.
So it's every quarter. It's resets after 5.
And you've seen that in the college game. Is there anything strategic with that? Does that favor a team that's more aggressive, that you can get to 4, basically get to 8 without even getting to a bonus for a half now?
It's twofold, because I think it helps you on one end and it hurts you on the other. It hurts you because at the end of a game, if you're behind, it's so much harder, because it's not 1-and-1 anymore. Like if you used to say, hey, we're going to commit our 7th foul to put them at the line, you still could foul the 8th, 9th time. So you give them 3 1-and-1s, whereas now, if you get to 5 in that fourth quarter, it's automatic too. So I mean, they have a chance to make 3 more points that they otherwise may not have. They could have if they make the first one right, but they have that opportunity. So that's there. So it benefits the team that's in the lead, I think, more. I think the flip side of that is the team that's more aggressive. It benefits also, because if, let's say, in the first quarter you're at 5 fouls and they shot a couple free throws, well, it just resets. So then you can go back out in that second quarter, whereas there's some games where you might be, 6 fouls into the first, maybe even 7 sometimes, and you kind of got to, choke back your defense a little bit. You got to be a little less aggressive, and I think it also benefits deeper teams that can carry that load of having girls maybe, having their second or third foul in the first half. Not that you wanted a player to be that aggressive where they're 3 fouls in the first half, but if you have a bench that can handle that, you can be a little bit more aggressive, because you're now in the second quarter and it's 2 minutes to go and you've only committed 2 fouls. So now you can be up, and whereas before they're already in bonus usually by 2 minutes to go at half, something where you kind of got to be a little bit more careful. You don't want to put them at the line, and we didn't do this so well at that tonight. They got to the line a lot, but I don't know how many free throws did they shoot, Lenny?
They shot
17 free. That's too many. Like, that's, I didn't want to hear that, Lenny. But, yeah, that's just too many. Like, I don't like giving up that many free throws. It's just it's not what, it's not what we want to do. But, it's, again, a young team. But I think, the team that it's going to be a chances for girls that are skilled and teams that are in the lead to put up some more points because you're going to have to foul them, and now they're going to be shooting too. So the team in the lead is really in the driver's seat, I think, with this 2-shot foul.
Appreciate that. Tell her to go do her homework.
Hey, Trent, go do your homework,
Appreciate it, Coach.
All right,
that was great.
Thanks. Take care.
Thanks as always, Coach Stanley, for joining us here on the post-game show. Congrats on win number 1. Game number 1. We'll try it all again tomorrow evening against Charleston. Also, you think she's still listening, Lenny?
I don't know, maybe.
Want to give a happy birthday shout out to Mary Lou listening to the broadcast. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening to Mary Lou, and for everybody else joining us here on game number 1. Still got a couple dozen people hanging around listening to the post-game show. So I'll turn it over to my partner Lenny and go through those stats to finish us out.
All right. For the Danville Vikings, I had them 9 out of 17 from the charity stripe, 53%. I had them 7 out of 27 for 26% from two-point land, and 1 out of 5 from three-point range for 20%. They did commit 28 turnovers, and like I said, I'm not sure about the fouls anymore because my running total down here at the bottom doesn't collate with the way they do it, because now you get 5 fouls per quarter, and then it resets again. So anyway, that's the way it goes. So it's new rules. We'll have to learn as we
adapt.
go. Yep. So I had Jada Bell leading the way with them for 14, 7 for Ashita Conway, 3 points for McFarland, and 2 points for Gabrielle Herta. For your Lady Tigers, I had us 9 out of 13 for 69% from the charity stripe. We were 15 out of 50 for 30% from two-point range, and we were 4 out of 11 for 36% from three-point land. We committed 14 turnovers in the contest, and like I said, fouls are irrelevant anymore now with this new system we got going. So I'm just going to start at the top and run all the way down on the scoring, because just about everybody that played scored, with the exception, I think, of 2 players. I think Bardos didn't score and Alexis Lansall didn't score, but everybody else did. Vivian Moore had 4. Kylie Edwards had 2. Taylor Clark had 15. Kayla Young had 8. 2 points for Kenzie England. 2 points for Macy Bicknell. 6 points for J.C. Young. 5 points for Bella Moreski. 4 points for Gracie Watson. And 5 points for Morgan Combs. And that's your final. Your Lady Tigers victorious tonight, 53-26 over the Danville Vikings.
Thanks, Lenny. Better get out of here before they shut the lights off on us.
Yep, better.
We'll be back tomorrow night, 5:15, Tigers versus Charleston. Tune in right here to the Paris Sports Network if you're unable to attend, and we will talk to you then. Have a good night.
You've been listening to Paris Tiger Sports on the Paris Sports Network, brought to you by Cornerstone Building Brands, Stewart & Carroll Funeral Home, Seed Solutions with Chip and Bethany Keys, Longview Bank and Trust, Moody Farms, State Farm Agent Terry Elliston, Illini FS, Savoya's Pizza, Edgar County Community Foundation, Country Financial Agents Jim Blue and Mark Gladding, Lake Ridge Christian Church, Ingram's Waste Disposal, The Skating Rink with CJ and Mary Jo Becker, North American Lighting, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Templeton Funeral Home, and White Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning. And our affiliate sponsors, Steve and Lynn Young, Mary Lou Pine Family, Paul and Kathy Porter, Winans Farms, Mark and Holly Winans, Tom and Marnita Stuck, Jim and Kay Taylor, and Step Farms and Excavation.